changes, the first thing that I would work on would be to try to create a collaborative effort of all elected officials to put pressure back onto the state for us to get part of our money in local government funds that all the political subdivisions have lost. Everybody has a stake in this. When you look at every political entity, those local government funds were all a part of what we were supposed to get to keep local taxes down. And they have started to dry up, and I think that we might be able to put pressure on state officials if we, as local officials, collaborated to a point where we got them to move on certain things. Another change that I would like to see would be for us to look at those state laws that deal with traffic issues. As Brooke stated, there are some issues in neighborhoods, but unfortunately our hands are tied based on Ohio revised code requirements. And I think those are some things we need to look at as far as legislation to allow us to make some of these neighborhoods safer, especially in those streets that are long distance.
All right, thank you. Scott Howell?
Actually, the opportunities for moving forward this year, three things. First, as John indicated, really the local government funding. We've been fortunate in Plain Township that we have not had to make significant cuts to services because of the fiscal prudence that the board has operated with in delivering services through collaborative partnerships and efforts to entrusting our department heads to bring best practices to the board to consider for implementation. We're going to continue to build upon accessibility of services for our residents. This board has implemented 2 software solutions, one called iWorks within our zoning that helps with our permitting. We're going to be expanding that for road permitting and stuff within fire to making that also an online action. So instead of you having to worry about making it to Township Hall between 8 and 4:30, if you're at home in the evening, you're able to take care of it to our parks registration through the active network. And lastly, I want to build upon the unparalleled historical economic revitalization and development we've seen in Plain Township commercially with the venue, a $25 million project at Oakwood Square where we've got $5.5 million coming in, to the residential development that we're going to be seeing at Edgewood Golf Course, to some of the further build out within Lexington Farms, Wicker Creek, and so on.
Okay. Thank you, sir. And then last is Anthony Rich.
Thank you. One thing that I would like to see change in Plain Township is the way that Plain Township is receiving its revenue. For the past 3 years, we've passed 4 levies in Plain Township. Not a whole lot of people, when you sit down and think about it, realize that. We've passed 2 road levies, a fire levy, and a police levy. I think as a trustee, I'm going to look for alternative resources for that revenue. And that's going to be a number of things, which is going to be mostly increasing our property values through creating, filling these vacant, empty spaces of retails with new vibrant light. I also believe that working together with our surrounding communities and with our neighbors is very big in terms of revitalizing Plain Township and finding that alternative source of revenue. Keeping going, just continuing to go to the taxpayers, not going to continue for Plain Township, because most of those taxpaying residents are older and they live on a fixed income. So I would really like to work with our surrounding communities, building up our property values, and really increasing the tax revenue that we get from those values as an alternative source to fund our department.